All right, man. Appreciate y'all, man, for joining me at the basement. Brought to you by 44 Million ENT, man, and we here with the world-renowned, man, my dog, man, my ace, bro, Lord G. Man, what's good with you, big dog, man? Already, bro. Appreciate it. Man, let's get right on into it, man. You know, first question, man. I ain't from around these parts, so I got to ask you, where you from?
Chester, South Carolina, man.
Okay, Chester.
South Carolina.
Okay. What about your boy from Breakfast Club? What,
Charlemagne. Charlemagne from the bottom part of South Carolina. I'm from the top part of South Carolina.
Okay, see that's how people be getting me mixed up too. You know what I'm saying? They be like, man, Louisiana, New Orleans, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, it's the top of that boot too.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So
right.
it's the top of that thing. So man, how does it feel, man? Now, you know, both of us out here in Charlotte, man, this is a metropolitan area, man. How does it feel being from a, city like Chester, man, and now that you're here in Charlotte?
It's kind of different because where I'm from is a small town.
Okay.
And, you know, the activities and things you can do in that area is sometimes limited. Mm-hmm. So when I moved here, I had a homeboy, his name Young Ice.
Okay.
And he do music, he produced, rap, and engineer.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, man, your sound is different. Mm-hmm. You need to come to Charlotte.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know nobody in Charlotte. So I came up here one day and he showed love. He made sure like everybody that he knew, make sure they checked in with me. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, I'm fucking with Lord G.
Okay.
And then it's been up ever since.
Man, I put it like this here, bro. It's like, man, I had the pleasure, man, of listening in, you know what I'm saying, during the recording session that you was doing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, bro, I was like, as soon as I heard Doom, you know, some stuff you have to listen to for a second.
Right.
But as soon as I heard that first Doom, I was like, man, this boy here, man. So, you know, we linked up ever since then.
Right.
So, you know, one thing I want to know, man, you know I'm a spiritual person, man. So I want to know, man, how you come up with the name Lord G. Like, I got to know this. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's something because that's a question that a lot of people want to know. Mm-hmm. But as far as me finding my rap name, you know, a lot of people probably wouldn't believe it or not, but I use Google.
Okay.
And when I typed it in, they came up as you can generate. Once you answer the question, they'll generate a name for you. Mm. And I answered a few questions, and then first thing popped up was Lord. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, how can I kind of finesse that? And I just put the G on the end of it because my last name good.
Okay.
So I just put the G on the end of it, and I was like, you know what? I like that.
Right.
A lot of people might say it's controversial, but I like that.
Right. But I mean, at the same time, with a name like Lord G, man, you destined for success. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you Lord name in your gift. You know what I'm saying? I thought you was about to tell me I love the Lord and he gave me the gift.
Right,
that's how you came up with Lord G. But I see, man, that's a unique, you know what I'm saying, concept. Now, I heard something you just said about rapping. So what made you start rapping and then going in on the engineering side? You know?
What made me do engineering? Okay. My team, True G Productions, we had went to our first studio session up here in Charlotte. This was like about 15 years ago. So we went to the studio session and it was a great studio. First time in a professional studio. Mm-hmm. It was unbelievable for us because we come from a small town. So it was unbelievable for us. So when we did the music there and the engineer was like, give me a week to send back the mix and master version. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, cool. Okay. That next week roll around, we got the music back, and I'm like, I looked at my brother like, we could have did this at home. And that's what made me get into engineering. It's like, I don't think nobody really got no sound. And once I started getting into it, it was interesting more than anything because it was just, I was finding out how to manipulate things.
Right.
And control things.
Right.
And it's like, damn, I can make this sound like this. Mm-hmm. I can take this out and make this sound like this. Mm-hmm. I like this.
Man.
I like this.
That's the thing about it though, man. When I look at talent, man, you know, I've had the pleasure now, being around you for a little while. you know, and it's like when you showed me that you Pro Tools, I was done.
Yeah.
I was done. Man, don't let G fool y'all, bro. This dude is cold with this thing, man. Like this dude, man, I'm telling you, dog, we're gonna talk about this. I want that deal. This is Pro Tools, man. This dude know how to do this thing, man. I'm telling you, engineers, man, hey, it's all the way up, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Now, as I'm gonna go along here, man, you know, get into it. Now, one thing that people want to know, how long have you been producing and engineering? You know, years of credibility and things of that nature, it plays a major part in the music industry, in any industry for that matter.
Right. Actually, I've been producing way longer than I was rapping and engineering. Producing came first.
Okay.
You know, I had this neighbor, and we already had the beat program on the computer, but we didn't know how to work it. Mm-hmm. So the program sat on our computer for like 2 years, and we didn't touch it. It's like we were scared to touch it. But we knew that this was the program that everybody was using to make beat songs. So our neighbor had came over one day. He looked, he's like, "Oh, y'all got Fruity Loops?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "You know how to work it?" He was like, "Man, hell yeah." I was like, "Man, pull it up." And he just started going crazy. And I'm like, it is real.
Right.
It is real. So after that, I started working with it a little more. And, you know, more on the how you create sounds. Because, like, I wasn't always the 808 man, the clap man. I wanted to know how to make the melodies. And once I got into it, I started, you know, really studying music theory, as far as how notes work, how keys work, you know, how scales and different things like that work. So when I create my melodies, I know what go with what, I know what key go together. And it was just up from there.
Right, man. Well, I mean, me, bro, I admire anybody that can sit in front of the computer and do. Cause I'm probably lost when it come down making a beat. I even might sometimes be rapping and get off tune. And so y'all don't be out there trying to challenge our leader raps and shit like that. I ain't into no damn rap battles and all. I ain't into all that old shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Man, we're gonna go on, man, to this next question, man. You know, me personally, I'm experiencing this now. You know what I'm saying? Here at 44, you know, and even giving interviews at the basement. You know, but and I do appreciate, you know what I'm saying, you giving me this opportunity. But, man, how did you get your clientele? You started out engineering, bro, because getting clientele is kind of hard these days. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when I started out engineering and I never knew I was good until I was like 9 years into engineering.
Okay.
You know, so I basically did a trial and error on my own team, you know, because we always rap. So I just started like being a full-time engineer for that. And then we was putting out projects and everybody was wondering like, where y'all record it? Who do y'all stuff? And we looking at it like, we do our own stuff. So it started out from, I recorded a lot of people for free. It's because I liked their music. I liked their style. And then it got to the point where other people started reaching out. It's because they heard their music and they was calling me like, man, how much you charge for studio time? I'm looking at my brother like, I don't even know how to charge for studio time. So I was like, you know what? Just bring me 20 a song, $20 a song. Right. And it went from that to when I moved to Charlotte, that's when I really learned about the hourly rates. Okay. So with the clientele, the clientele was just based off of word of mouth because I was actually recording artists that was really putting their music out and already had like a little fan base behind themselves.
Okay. And I always throw my little sneaky question in there, you know, and I know the people want to know. You know, if you can name, I don't want to get too deep because this man got a portfolio, okay? So I won't get too deep, all right? But just 5 artists, just throw 5 artists out there that you done work with.
Like locally or like?
Locally, you know, just people you like to work with, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's 44, we keep it 100.
First thing is this artist named Off Top Sav. Okay. And then Sean Skrilla. Of course, the baby. Okay. Of course. Mary Mack. Okay. Michi Balboa. Okay. And this artist named Lennox.
See that? I said 5. He had 6. He probably
gave
got.
you 6. I
He
gave
probably
you an
got
extra one.
44.
I gave you an
what I'm
extra
saying?
one.
He probably got 44. But I'm gonna chill out. I'm just gonna chill out.
Gave you an extra one right there.
Hey, big shout out to all those artists, man. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I'm probably following all y'all on Instagram, man. Just holler back, follow back. You know what I'm saying? That's how we doing it. You know what I mean? Real talk. All right, so let's get to this, man. You know, I would think probably the biggest question, you know, and I was so happy, man, when you called me. You know what I'm saying? And you was like, Ali, bro, you know, today was a good day. You know, so I want you to explain to people about that good day when you called me. You know what I'm saying? And let's hear about this Sony publishing deal with Sony Music, man. Let me repeat this. Let's talk about this Sony publishing deal at Sony Music, man. Congratulations, dog.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Actually, I had got it was like a weird email, and I opened it up. So you know, like some emails you get, you like, I don't even know if it's real or not.
Right.
And I opened it up, and basically, I had a friend of mine that actually vouched for me in that situation. And then when they reached out to me, it was like they asked, did I have a BeatStars page? And I was like, no, I ain't got no BeatStars page. But they actually heard some of my work, so they was kind of interested. And they wanted to hear more, but they wanted to only hear it on BeatStars. So I instantly made a BeatStar page. And I just started uploading beats.
Right.
And then like 2 weeks after that, they reached out to me again on some, we interested, we would like to send you the contract today, get you your login, your password, information and all that today. So I was like, I still don't believe this. So, you know, a couple days after that, I woke up to an email and I seen the contract and they gave me my login information. And I actually went to the Sony website and I logged in and it let me in. I'm like, oh, this shit is real. This shit is real. So I'm still kind of shocked about that situation because I be feeling like I still got a long way to go. I don't even realize, sometimes I don't realize how hard I be working.
Right, right.
I just got a passion for it.
Right.
You know, and whatever happens, happens.
Yep.
So.
I mean, that's the thing about it, bro. I mean, like, you know, I was taught, man, you know, as a youngster, man, if you doing what you love to do, you know what I'm saying, it really don't even feel like work.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
So it's just like, that's why, you know, for some people, you know, they don't know I deal in that, you know, dabble a little bit coaching ball and stuff, but, you know, I never feel like that's work. Like right now, like I'm working hard, you know what I'm saying? Right now, but I'm just having fun with what I'm doing, man. Even, you know what I'm saying, enjoying this interview, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So let's go ahead on, man. We got a few more questions, man. We're gonna wrap it up. Let's say, man, you know, when you reach a plateau of getting a publishing deal, you know what I'm saying? That's a major stepping stone, you know what I'm saying? And that name Lord, it seems like it's working out for you, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, now with the publishing deal at Sony, man, what are some of your goals in your career going forward?
Basically just really taking artists and really building them up because, you know, it feels good when you actually start at the bottom.
Right.
And you see the process of how everything go. Like, perfect example, when I met Mack, I met her 2 years ago. And she was not familiar with how the studio thing go or even how to, you know, really operate how she want to rap.
Right.
So I was like, you know what, just do your thing. And I met her off of a feature. She was doing a feature. And when I heard, I'm like, man, she dope. And I was like, yo, I want to work with you more. And once she started working, I'm like, damn, we just made this last night and a lot of people's like this on social media. I'm like, damn. And she just kept going. So I'm like, man, this shit real. She went from us being in the studio trying to figure it out, how to create her sound, to now she got Power 98 radio station behind her campaign. So I'm like, yo, that's big. And within 2 years, that's big.
Man, big shouts out to Mary Mack, you know what I mean? Hey, that's the homegirl, man. I've heard her work, you know what I mean? So I vouch for that too, man, here at 44, man. Mary Mack is real, bro. Y'all need to check her out, bro, if y'all haven't already. But, you know, one thing I do want to know, man, you know, before we get out of here, man, you know, a lot of people might not be able to balance this, you know what I'm saying? And I find myself from time to time trying to balance, you know, my personal relationships, you know what I'm saying, versus when it's time to do 44 million ENT videos.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
you know, that's just like, I mean, anything else in life, you know, we have to balance it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, I would really want to know, man, because, man, I know you come in contact with some major people, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a firm believer, man, we all the same. Everybody put on their pants leg, one leg at a time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But how do you balance relationships, you know, versus the hookup? Now, you know how we are with the hookup. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you balance that? Yeah, man, hook that hookup brother up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when I met my girl, she was already music inclined.
Okay.
As far as the business side, she was already like managing artists and all that. So I'm like, oh yeah, I ain't got to worry about is I'm staying in the studio too late or coming home too late. Like she actually understands. It's because she more supporting me and I'm more supporting her.
Right.
You know, when I met her, she already had her business going. So that made me feel like she understands that it's long hours, long days, long nights, trying to get your business out the ground.
Right.
And she understood it, and I ain't really had to, you know, sit there and explain like, well, nah, babe, I was doing this, and it had to take me this long to get this done, and this. We don't have that.
Right.
She just automatically understand because she done been to studios with her artists in the previous times to know that it takes this to create this. It takes this amount of time. So she understand, and it was just a God's gift, man.
See that, ladies? Y'all better take note to that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, y'all be wanting these entertainers and rappers because they got all the this, you know. But
And also she rap.
Oh man, come
so
on.
Y'all got to make sure y'all go download that White Diamonds. Go screen that on iTunes.
Hey, White Diamonds, man. Y'all know
by Barry Machiavelli.
There you go, Barry Machiavelli. White Diamonds. Y'all get on it, man. You know. So, like anything else in life, man, you know, I always, you know, like to know, you know, something at 44, man. And when I do the basement, you know, I always want to know, you know, when it comes down to it, when you look at life itself and when you look at, you know, success, you know what I'm saying? When you think about success, right? 10 years from now, you know, how would you measure your success? From where you started from and to where you'll be
10 years from now.
Yeah.
I'm a very big believer in myself. So I feel like in 10 years from now, I think I'd be in a position to really teach others.
Okay.
And, you know, just sit back and relax. And, you know, to show the young folks the game. Okay. But in order for me to show the young folks the game, I got to be already in a successful place so they can believe it.
Right.
I just can't go out there and tell them, like, you know, do it like this, don't do that. They ain't gonna believe us so much because they looking at it like, you in the same position we in.
Right.
Like, what can you tell us?
Right.
So far as me looking at it from 10 years from now, that's what I want to do. I want to be like a music teacher.
Okay.
To the young folks, and let them know that, you know, music can change your life, even if you used to do negative things or positive things. But music can really change your life, even if you used to be one of the biggest, baddest gang members out there or whatever.
Right.
That music, it can change your life.
Right. Yeah. So, man, before we get out of here, man, is there anybody you want to plug, man? Let people know about your IG, your Twitter, your Facebook, your nigga book, all of that, man, so folks can follow my dude, Lord G, man. What's good with it?
On IG, it's Mixed by Lord G. On Twitter, it's Lord G803. And on Facebook, it's Lord G803. And Yeah, that's it, man. That's it.
Hey man, we appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in, man, to another episode of The Basement. Man, here live at 44 Million ENT, man. Hey, check this out. Y'all know I'm gonna give big shouts out, man, to Audio Box Studios, man. You know, home of the baby, home of Lord G. You know what I'm saying? Home of me, hell. One day, hell, I got to holler at the right folks. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, hey man, we appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another great episode of The Basement, man. Hey, this has been my guest, man, Lord G. And y'all know what's up with me, Henry Ali, man. We out of here. We gone. Peace.